Our first guest today is Miss Amber. She's here from Mr. and Mrs. Photography. Mr. and Mrs. Photography.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
You've got lots of goodies for us to show.
I do.
We've got pictures, we've got examples, so we've got all kinds of good stuff. Let's start with how long have you been doing photography?
So I've been in business now for 5 years. Spent the majority of the beginning of it in the Bay Area, and now I am in Fresno, back home in my hometown. And starting it off really good. You know, it's been about 6 months since I've been here, and just weddings coming in, about 6 so far. So
Good.
it's been really fun to be able to go around and get to see all the amazing venues here.
Well,
There's some
welcome back
beautiful
to
venues.
Fresno.
Thank you.
So you're in the Bay Area and you're back. Has there been, is there much difference between the two areas and industries?
There are a different pace, definitely. There's different seasons in the Bay Area than there is here.
We get hot.
Yes, we get hot here in the late summer, so things die down a little bit, I noticed, in the late summer when they're full-on going in the Bay Area, almost year-round, although it does die down in the winter in the Bay Area.
Yeah, we're here, we still kind of keep going. Because like this year, winter didn't really feel like winter.
Right.
Yeah. So what are these goodies that you have for us to see?
So I brought some samples of the products that you get with the packages that you can choose from my photography. And with the largest wedding package, you get a 10 by 10 album. It's professionally handmade, and the pages are very, very sturdy. They're about the size of the width of a quarter. So they last a long time. And they're all designed by yours truly, me. And they basically come in, you can do this as a bamboo fabric, or you can do leather. And so it's up to you. It's your choice. And then also with the largest package, you get a 16 by 20 canvas. And this is also an example of a 16 by 20 canvas.
Oh, man.
Yes. So I like it that way you can have it on your wall to keep and look for years and years and years. And with some of the other packages, you get the album along with the files if you want to do the digital files. I get those too because I feel they're your pictures as much as my pictures. So I like to share them. That way you can come home and have your pictures to keep for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And then this is just a sample of a unique product that I do offer also. And this is a metal print. And this doesn't necessarily come with any of the packages, but you can order them through the web album that you get. And this is on metal, as you can see.
So what are the benefits of it being on metal?
Well, definitely the longevity of it. It can last for many, many years. It is unique. If it goes, you know, if you have a modern style in your home, you can have metal instead of canvas, which is, both are classic in their own way, but this is definitely unique.
Very cool. So, and you have lots of different packages.
I have 3 different packages for weddings.
Keep it easy.
Just to yes, I keep it very simple from the very beginning when a bride contacts me all the way through the very end. I like to keep things straightforward, simple, and a majority of it can be done in the privacy of their own home. When it comes to viewing their photos, when it comes to prepping for the wedding. I will also help them with a lot of prepping when it comes to figuring out who they want for their family formal portraits after the ceremony, and get all of that planned ahead of time so that way the day of they don't even have to think about their photography. We've already talked about all that.
Now when it comes to booking you, what's your advice to brides who are shopping for a photographer?
Yes, that's a very good question.
Questions they should make sure they're asking, or little things they should think about, or
well, it can be really, really overwhelming when you start to plan a wedding. You get very excited, and you go into the process, and then all of a sudden you're in over your head, and you don't know where to begin. So that's definitely something that I love to do when I first speak with somebody, is to see how they're feeling, have them calm down a little bit, and just to kind of educate and coach them through it. Some great questions to ask a photographer or any vendor, definitely, would be along the lines of how many weddings have they done before, what type of equipment are they using, is it professional equipment. A really big question for photographers are if they also bring backup equipment for them for the weddings, because if something goes wrong, they need to be able to pick up another camera and continue going, because that is not a day that you're going to do again. So also, and just to make sure that they're insured and that they have raving reviews, and also to ask, especially if you narrow it down to just a few photographers that you really want to go with, asking for referrals from speaking with past clients and what their experience is. And once you've gone through and you feel comfortable with everything that you've seen and you enjoy being with the photographer, because mind you, you're going to be with the photographer the whole wedding day.
All day,
yes,
right?
So it's very important to like the photographer, and then, you know, go from there. But don't be afraid to ask any questions.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're here for. We're here to educate and to help you through the whole process.
And you actually have a lot of really good advice that you're going to be sharing at an upcoming event.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. We have a wedding and honeymoon workshop that we're doing on March 8th here in the Tower District at the Vintage Rose right down the street. And it's from 3 to 6 p.m. And you are more than welcome to call at 559-261-5751 if you want to reserve a ticket, or you are more than welcome to go on to the site and get a ticket there.
Very cool.
It is complimentary. We just have tickets distributed. That way we can keep track and plan ahead, as we all,
because it
all
is
of
kind
us
of
vendors
limited
like
seating, right?
It is
Right.
limited seating,
So you
yes.
got to hurry up and snag those spots.
Yep, absolutely. So it's a couple weekends away, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
And that particular workshop is geared towards inviting newly engaged couples to come in and meet a panel of vendors. And
So it's a whole panel.
Make
it's
it formal,
not just...
right? A panel of vendors.
Yeah.
So you'll get to meet a florist and a makeup artist, a photographer, DJ, and then I believe we have Romantics Travel for the honeymoon planning, and we just go up and we help you on where to begin, what to what to look for when you're hiring vendors, and the time frame on when to start planning specific aspects of your
like
wedding.
what we do on this show.
Exactly. So it's
Perfect.
harmonious. Yeah.
So speaking of timing, when it comes to booking a photographer, how far in advance should somebody be making those arrangements?
About a year in advance is a good number to work on. It's easy to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we tend to book anywhere from, I would say, 8 months to 18 months in advance. So we book up pretty fast. And I mean, there's only so many Saturdays and Sundays in the year.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, and that year will go by fast once you get into it.
It
now, you
does.
say we. Who else is a part of
Yes.
this photography
So,
thing?
Mr. and Mrs. Photography refers to myself and my husband. So I'm the Mrs. and he's the Mr. And we shoot weddings together. And there's some packages where you just get one photographer, you get two. So as a team, we work together, and we have definitely different ways that we go about doing things, which is awesome because you get the whole package all together. So he's more behind the scenes, captures the whole night and the whole landscape of everything, and then I get the candids and
like the getting ready stuff.
Yeah, sometimes we'll split, and I'll do the getting ready of the bride, and he'll do the getting ready
all the
of
boys.
the boys.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome. There you go.
Yep. So we got a whole system of how we work together, which is nice.
Nicely planned.
I enjoy it very much.
Now, what is your contact information for those out there?
Yeah, you can go to my website at www.mrandmrsphotography.com, or you can give me a call at 559-261-5751 if you have any questions or if you want to set up a consultation.
Well, there you go. Mr. and Mrs. Photography. Ta-da!
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being our first guest today. It was
Awesome.
very nice to meet you in person. And
Yes.
social media is a weird thing like that. You
Right,
know
virtual.
people on computer and then meet in real life. So,
Well, thank you so much for having me.
heck yeah! We'll have to have you come back and show us some more photos of your Fresno bride.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, Amber,
I love
thank you
the
so
Fresno
much.
brides.
All right, guys,
Thank
we're going to
you.
go to a break, and we'll be right back.